Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today. And today, number 19 Oregon State beats number 10 Utah in a big upset for Oregon State after losing last week to Washington State when they got up when they had an upset against them. Now they are the ones to upset a better team in Utah. I wouldn't say if Utah is a better team than Oregon State, but Utah is 9 spots higher than them in the top 25 rankings. Both teams are 4-1 now. Oregon State improves to 4-1. Utah falls to 4-1. First loss of the season for number 10 Utah, and this was a great game played by Oregon State today, and they're going to probably take a big jump in the top 25 now after this win. Utah's defense has been pretty solid to start the season. I wouldn't say they were terrible against this Oregon State offense today, but they were not as good as they've been in the past 4 weeks against the other teams. They've played very close games in the past weeks. They last week beat UCLA. They nearly lost to Baylor a couple weeks ago. They nearly lost to Florida a couple weeks ago. So they haven't played the most clean football to start the season, and now they finally get their first loss against Oregon State. This one does not surprise me at all, to be honest. I don't really know if I think of it as much as an upset, but technically it is an upset with Oregon State being the higher rank, and I think a lot of people might have thought Utah would have won this game tonight, even though it was in Oregon State. All right, scoring summary, the first 3 scores went to Oregon State. The first one was a Damian Martinez 4-yard touchdown run, and then it's 7-0. It's 7-0 after the first quarter. No scores in the second quarter, so it's very low scoring game in general, but very low scoring in the first half. You had 3 scores in the second half, only 1 in the first. 7-0 going to halftime. Third quarter, with 10 minutes remaining, DJ Ngabalowe, former quarterback for the Clemson Tigers, throws a 27-yard touchdown pass to Silas Bolden, his first of 2 touchdowns of the day. 27-yard touchdown reception for Silas Bolden, and it's 14-0 with the extra point good from Sappington, and it's 14-0 going into the fourth quarter. Final score for Oregon State of the day was a Silas Bolden 45-yard touchdown run. It's 21-0, and the wide receiver had himself a day today for Oregon State. It's 21-0 after that touchdown run by Bolden. Then Nate Johnson. Keep in mind, Utah still without their starting quarterback, Cam Rising, and he throws a 41-yard touchdown pass to Thomas Yasmin, and it's 21-7, and that's the final score with the extra point going in. Game leaders, quarterback Nate Johnson for Utah threw 8 for 23 with 101 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown. Quarterback for Oregon State, DJ Ngabalowe, threw 14 for 25 for 204 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown and 1 interception. Leader in rushing yards for both teams. For Utah, Glover with 16 carries for 58 rushing yards. Leader in rushing yards for Oregon State was Martinez, Damian Martinez, who had the 4-yard touchdown run in the first quarter for Oregon State. He had 16 carries for 65 rushing yards and 1 rushing touchdown. Leader in receiving yards for Utah was Thomas Yasmin, who had that last touchdown of the game. It's 3 receptions and 59 receiving yards and 1 receiving touchdown for him. And then the player of the game who had 2 touchdowns, Silas Bolden, wide receiver for Oregon State, had 6 receptions for 100 receiving yards and 1 receiving touchdown. Great game from him. Great game from Oregon State as they knock off number 10 Utah at home. Use them your thoughts on the game for today, and peace out.